Alright YouTube, we are back with another NCAA 14 commentary, and today we're going to be taking a look at what makes a good base formation in NCAA 14 as well as Madden NFL 25. Now this is a concept, this is a theory, and this is basically just, a video goes beyond the tips, it goes beyond the scheme. But what I want to present to you guys today is what you want to do in a base formation is you want to be able to have the ability to run the football. You want to have the ability to run either halfback draws or halfback dives or something to keep the defense off guard if they're not honoring the run. You also want to have the formation. You need it to be able to beat man coverage. You need to be able to beat zone coverage as well as the blitz. You need to be able to do everything that you have in your other three formations, your other three sets for success. You need it to be in the all rolled into one into the base formation. And another thing that I like to look for in a base formation is something that helps me read man or zone. And for me, it's somewhat a type of a spread, type of a formation. And today from the Ohio State playbook, we're just going to take a look at one of the better formations I think is going to be in the game here. It's from the wing trips offset, and this is actually something what we used in Madden NFL 13. S. Gibbs and I think Zan was the actual originator of this, and he came up with this completely unique offense in my opinion, and it was based around this halfback slip screen as well as this run. So I'm just going to come out in nickel normal, and we'll come out in cover 4 so we can show you all the coverages when we want to start our passing. But, what do you look for, like I said, is be able to beat the blitz, be able to beat zone, be able to beat man, and be able to run if you need to. So you see here, this is one of the better formations. Of course, I audible out of it here. So let me get back to the audible system here is different. So one thing you can do with this, and this is one thing I like to do, is you can place Cox here on a blue route, you see, and then you can just like slide your protections to the left so they flow out there a little more. And then you could drag the square receiver across the field, and then something that I would also do with this is maybe put Patrick on a flat route and Rice on a comeback route, so I have that as a user catch option. And my first read would simply be the drag, and if that's not there, I want to look to my screen pass. And you see the screen pass, I got a lot of people out there and a lot of people going in that direction. So that's always an option, and the beauty of that is a lot of people will user that. And with the ability to create curl flats this year, it's going to be really a unique type of a game. But the main play I wanted to show you from this was the halfback dive. And you see this halfback dive, it's an inside zone read type of a run here. And what you're going to see here is the blocking on this is absolutely phenomenal, especially in Madden NFL 13. If you guys go check it out, it's from the Green Bay playbook, and it's called the doubles flex wing. But, in NCAA, it's still very effective. It's not as effective as Madden because the game's a little slower in terms of the speed of the game. In my opinion, it's a little slower. So, some of the good cuts you can make in Madden, you probably can't make in NCAA. But at the same time, it's really a nice run. It's really just a great run. So, you can do that now. That's kind of the key of the offense is that run. But you see this play action play here. We can put everybody here on a wheel route. So we can put our running back on a wheel route. We can put our fullback or tight end here on a wheel route. And we can put our receiver on like a comeback because we know that's unbumpable. And then we could take square receiver and drag him across the field. And you see at the snap the ball, you're going to get good blocking. They let the guard come free. And you see you can just get a quick pass out there. So, a lot of things you can do with this formation in terms of, keeping your opponent off guards. Now let's talk about the power plays, in my opinion, or the ability to beat man or zone. Like I said, you come out in the slip screen every play, but that's not the main play you're going to be running from this. The main passing play you're going to be running from this is from the what is it called here? Let me see. Let me find the play. It's this. It's actually mainly just hot routes. I thought there was a deep pass that I liked, but no, it's pretty much just hot routes. So you can do whatever you really want with this. Like I said, you're creating the play. So you could do double wheel routes with your guys. You could drag Kirkpatrick in this situation. You could put your square receiver on a comeback, and then you could put like your right receiver on a fade, a streak, A lot of times you'll see me put Kirkpatrick here on a streak and put Rice on a drag. And what I'll do is I'll motion snap Kirkpatrick, and my first read on this play is going to be those two wheel routes. Wow, I hit the wrong button there. Sorry, guys. But hopefully you guys are seeing what I'm trying to show you, is that those wheel routes are going to be such a pain in the neck to defend that it's going to be very tough to defend the other options on this play. And so what we're going to show you is we're just going to show you the progressions now from our main pass. And this is a nice pass because it beats man or zone. It beats the blitz very well. And it's also a formation we can use to kind of read what they're doing defensively based off of their alignment. And what I mean by that is, if they're off coverage, a lot of times, that's either cover 0 or cover 3, depending on where the alignment of this deep safety is. And, of course, if there's too deep, a lot of times, you want to say it looks more like cover 4. And then, obviously, we're going to teach you guys a little bit later on in the season how to read if they base the line and press out of a zone coverage look, so that you can now tell if they're in 2-man under, cover 4, cover 3. You can tell if they're in man or zone based off of their alignment pre-snap. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. One of the plays that you can also use out of this, the slip screen is great, but one of the things you could use is this fake screen wide receiver wheel, and that's actually what I wanted to talk about. I thought that was the play action audible. I don't know why I thought it was, but I did. So, you come out, you mix it up. You can come out in the slip screen, you can come out in this play, and then your play action pass. You have you can play action your little dive here, and you can check into the screen. So a lot of options as far as mixing in the passing from this. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to show you the reads out of the fake screen wide receiver wheel play, as that's going to be our power play, at least in my opinion, for the passing from this formation. Everything else is kind of mixed in stuff, and it's just natty stuff you want to throw at your opponent, maybe on like a 2nd and 2, or like a 3rd and 4. So here you see we have this wheel route, and that's kind of the main object of the play here. So we can drag Rice here. We can put Cox here on a streak, and you see that streak? It's like an angle kind of deal. And a lot of times I'll put my running back on a block and release because I know that I can pick up pressure with that. And then I'll put my square receiver on a comeback or slant. Slants are going to be pretty effective this year, so you may just go with the slant. So we'll go with the slant here. Your first read on this play is the drag to see if they're in zone or man. And if they're not in zone, if they're in zone, you want to look to your wheel route, because if they're in man, a lot of times the circle receiver will get covered. But if they're in zone, a lot of times the circle receiver will be open. So it's a 2-man read, right off the snap. It's going to tell man or zone, and then also moving across the field. So here we're going to show you against cover 4. The first read on this play is the drag. So there you see the drag gets that separation against zone coverage, and we can get underneath there. So now we know we have that against zone coverage right off the bat, and it's going to beat every single zone in the game. Not one zone will cover that. They have to use or defend drags this year against zone, just like last year. Okay, our next read on this play is the wheel route to Kirkpatrick here. And Kirkpatrick is going to beat zone, but you have to wait a little bit. You see that drag's going to hold it so we can sneak that ball out. And that's pretty nice to have that option as well. Moving on to the progression here, we're going to take a look at the third progression read on this play against cover 4, of course. And the one I'm going to suggest to be your third read is going to be your quick slant. So you're going to see quick slant here. The drag should hold the yellow down, and the slant should come underneath. See, like that right there. So that's what we're looking for. And the cool part is that's also going to be man coverage. Okay, and then our next read on this play is going to be our fullback, or our tight end, I guess, out of the backfield on this wheel route, or not wheel route, but streak. And you're going to see it get in zone. He's going to get in a tender spot. Obviously, I mean, it's not really, that's not really the route for zone. It's more of a man beating route, honestly. But sometimes you'll see the zones will separate from in a cover 3 situation or cover 2 sink where they're heavy yellow zones. You're going to get that separation there. The purple zone kind of hung with it because the drag almost lured him to it. But you're going to see later on in the video, we're going to show you this route beats man, and also it can beat some zones. It's not necessarily a zone beating route. A lot of times you won't even get to that read anyway, though. So I just wanted to throw it blind and show you guys kind of what happens. As far as the last read, it's just a blue route. So I mean, if it's open, throw it. A lot of times you won't get there, so I'm not going to necessarily show you that route against cover 4. because the blue route doesn't get open depending on the coverage. It doesn't. It's just it's either open or not. Okay. So moving on, I wanted to show you this play against cover 3. So cover 3 coverage here, and we're just going to come out in the cover 3. So same setup. The setup doesn't change, just the players that are open will. Remember, our first reads are drag, and you're going to see here, bam, drag open, and threw that a little late there, but the drag was there. If you looked, as soon as that flat route went with the wheel, I could hit that drag. As soon as you see that the wheel route there's somebody going with the dude, then that's when you just take your drag. You don't want to pass lead. You don't want to do anything super nifty with it. You just want to throw the drag. Take your drags, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, I'm going to throw picks if you take them all day, but right there, that's where you want to throw it. Right as soon as you see that they go, and there you see that. So that's nice there. Like I said, if you throw it late, sometimes the dude will come down, but it also means though, we notice the way they come down, that's going to open up that route to the fullback that I was saying earlier. So that kind of worked out nice the way that happened. Like I said, our second read here is going to be Kirkpatrick on the wheel route, and you see if they bump that, you see they get that animation. If they bump or they go with that drag, you got to take your wheel route. It's a 2-man read, and a lot of times what you'll see is they won't. If I'm playing defense, I'm not going to go over there and use her that side of the field. I'm just not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy to do that. So a lot of times you can just sit on that right side of the field all day. Your third read here is going to be your slant, and you're going to see it's just going to split those yellow zones coming across there. Now sometimes he'll drop it, of course, but like I said, that the concept here is showing you that it is open. You just have to have a guy there with good catching traffic, obviously. And our next read here on this play is going to be the fullback or the tight end coming out of the backfield here on this angled streak. So let me reset this play because I completely screwed up. And there's our setup, and here you're going to see the yellows are going to suck down. And that's what I was trying to show you last time that the purple got out there, but you see the flat does not get out there on that route. So that's nice the way that works. And then I want to show you this play against man coverage as well, and it works differently against cover 0. Well, for me, it doesn't work. I don't know, because you're not using any streaks. So if they're in cover 0, it's really kind of the same progression. There's nothing really different that changes, but there are some routes that can be better against cover 0 than against 2-man under. So I'm going to show you 2-man under because it's the better coverage overall. And if it beats 2-man under, it'll beat cover 0. So anyway, the drag's our first read, and you're going to see here, the drag's not going to get open against man. You see, you'll throw a pick almost 100% of the time if you throw it like that. Last year, we were able to pass through those drags so that they would get open. I don't see that happening, at least not in NCAA this year. So you're going to have to check down to something else. So I just saw I got intercepted there from throwing it blind. That's why the drag's primarily a zone read, but you'll see you generate a natural pick on that right side when we show you this wheel route here. Running out of time in the second quarter, but this play is overall. I mean, it's not cute, it's not pretty, but it's good. I mean, it's really a good play. Get down. So I'll get to show you this wheel route against man, and then we'll have to kick off special team stuff, but. It's not a cute play, and it's not something that's gonna absolutely dominate a passing game, but it's a very difficult play to guard, especially when you have to guard the inside run and the screens and all that other stuff. So here you're gonna see against man coverage, you see that natural pick that we get, and with no pass lead, we don't even have to click on this year. That dude's just gonna roast man coverage. So. We see our second read here. Luckily, I get to kick the ball to myself again. I think if you guys are enjoying these special teams, leave a like right below. But yeah, I mean, that's just part of the demo. And if you want NCAA 14 content, this is what we have to deal with. So I mean, not too big of a deal though. The game comes out. I think what is today? Today is the 27th. So the game's going to be coming out on the. Well, for me, I'm going to be getting the game on the 6th. So we got about. Maybe a little over a week left of the demo, so that's fine with me. We're going to try and get everything learned in the demo and then see if it works in the next year. But our third read on this play is the slants, and you're going to see slants are absolutely torch man coverage this year with the passing to the inside. And they don't get separation all the time, but they almost all the time. Like, I've never thrown a pick on a slant this year. Like, as far as man coverage goes, I think slants are back. Last year it seemed like slants weren't as effective against man, at least on PS3 with the no press on. It seemed like against no press situations, it was almost like the slants worked worse. That was just my analysis. Some people may have done that differently, but that's from what I saw. Now you're going to see on this route to Cox here, the pass lead is to the inside, but you got to wait a little bit. So you're going to wait a little bit, wait, then throw when he cuts. And you see right there, you can get that animation. A lot of times they're going to leave it alone. The one issue I found with this streak is because they're trying to tone down to running back streaks, and they seem like they come out of the backfield so slow. So I hope that doesn't translate over to Madden. But that route is decent against man if you have to go to it late. It's not one of those routes that we want to throw, though. It's one of our check down reads. So anyway, here I got one more play to show you. I got to show you against the cover 2, and then we will have covered every coverage in the game as far as stock. And then hybrid coverage, obviously, that's why we have progression reads. So here you're going to see the drag against cover 2 is going to come right underneath. That's really nice right there. That's really good. And then the wheel route actually is going to get covered as far as you don't want to throw the wheel route like right at the snap. It's a little bit later of a read, and you have to recognize that against cover 2. And what you're going to do here is you're going to wait. If you see cover 2, you're going to wait till he splits the corner and the safety, and then you're going to pass lead that to the outside. And a lot of times you're going to get that nice little separation in between the safety and the corner here. The next read on this play is going to be our slant route as normal. So once again, that's something cool. I might have to work with that streak animation later. What you're going to see here, you're going to wait till he passes that backer, and then you're going to slip it in underneath there. So that's a pretty decent read. And then also, as you guys saw earlier, the streak will beat cover 2 as well, which is nice because that streak is, that's why we use it mainly, is for the zone beating concepts and the ability to rocket against man. You see, pass that to the right, and you see it's just going to split them right there through the zone. So that's really nice out of that. And then last but not least, guys, I want to show you I wanted to show you the counter run. This is a mix-in run. If you take a look here, it's actually pretty decent. It's like an off tackle. So you see the blocking you get on it is ridiculous, and then you can use that in conjunction with your halfback dives and your read options from this formation, and then that combined with this nice pass play, as well as mixing up some hot routes here and there. It can really be an unstoppable scheme. If you guys want it to be, like I said, you want to mix in some read option, you want to mix in your screens, but overall this is one of the better base formations in the game, at least from my perspective. So we get in there for 6. Anyways, guys, make sure to leave a like rating below if you enjoyed this content. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys would like to get a free copy a day early, already sent to your email and everything set up for you. We're going to have 2 NCAA ebooks, one on offense, one on defense, and they're pretty nice. I'm still working on formatting, so that's part of that, but I do have all the stuff written. I just have to get it in a nice format for you guys. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like rating below. Like I said, if you have any questions about this play or this base formation, make sure to leave a comment below. Also, guys, like I said, overall, in a base formation, the things you want to look for. You want to look for the ability to run the ball if they are playing fag D or maximum coverage defense. You want to look for the ability to read man or zone if they're in man or zone. And lastly, you want to look for the ability to beat man coverage, beat zone coverage, and beat blitzing defenses based upon your formation or your play. So what I mean by that is you need to be able to beat the man coverage, you need to be able to beat zone coverage, and you need to be able to beat blitzes from this one unit of a base play. So that's what you want to look for in your base play. This is one of my favorite ones in the NCAA demo. Be sure to find your own, guys, and be sure to lab it up. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.